Hello everyone, hello. We're back with more FF14. We're currently in a situation right now where our character is trying to get into the Stone Vigil, but can't because the stupid Inquisitor keeps interfering at every turn, claiming that we are heretics. Inquisitor Guillaume? Yes, I know of him. Alas, I've not seen him since the day he came to Whiteburn Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a blackness pitch as black as pitch, or darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillaume messed me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe my life, madame, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Alright, so, you know, he rescues people. That's good character witness right there. Alright. Inquisitor Guillaume, I haven't the foggiest of who you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we have learned your deeds of witch drop. I will not be party to whatever your dastardly schemes you hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Yeah, we saved an innocent man. Fuck, what were we thinking? Hey there, Patrick. Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, an unprecedented number of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. The Holy See has decreed that Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and utmost respect. Okay, so far we know that the people here really respect Inquisitors, and the question is, do they actually respect them, or are they just so afraid of them that they won't say anything? Shivering. In case you have yet to know this, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me that you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise he is held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonies you have obtained, Miro. Perhaps they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. Well, he clearly doesn't want us in the Stone Vigil for whatever reason. Oh, we're gonna get a new weapon too. It's a level 40 weapon. Ooh. Something troubles me about the Wounded Knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes? But that main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whiteburn Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which implied the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jola is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Okay. Well, if we head to the eastern, this is the western gate. We gotta go down below. Looks like what we're looking for is down here. don't think we can drop off there. So, yeah, we have to go out the eastern gate to get around to go down below. Okay. Let's see. The testimony makes a little more sense now. Okay. It's been a long time since I've done this, and I've not been to Whitebrim Front. Man, this is another area that I spent a long time in hunting Atmas for the Zodiac weapon. Maybe I'll do the Zodiac weapon stuff off stream and get a cool weapon for on stream. What do you guys think? This is the eastern gate. I didn't even need to go all out and around the way I did. Oh well, now that we've seen that, we know. Anyway, yeah, he would have been illuminated by the light of the city up north here, but you can't really see much in the winter blizzard going on right now. The question is, what was Sir Guillaume doing down here? Oh, there's a dead dragon, it looks like. Plasmoids? The fuck are plasmoids? Spread out and annoying as shit, I'll tell you that much. An inquisitor corpse, look at that. Well now. You know what's gonna look great on my character though? I go down here, riding a carbuncle, and then leave flying on an Ahriman. Game over! Guys, join game over for a boss fight. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. The scroll contains what appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you've just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Newly come to Corthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity. For even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Miro, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Alright, let's use our new weapon now. Level 40 weapon coffer. Here we go. We made ourselves a Mithril Bouge. Okay, so this is probably going to look a lot like an item that we've had before, but let's zoom in. It is 2 attack power better. And look at that. This one here looks slightly different in that the silver on the blade is a lot more pronounced, and the gold filigrees here are, I think filigree is the right term. Anyway, a little more pronounced. Looks a little cleaner than what we had before. Mithril Sabatons. Ooh. Alphanos is determined to discover Inquisitor Guillaume's true identity. Blood for blood. Since Lord Drumlon has already been turned against us, I fear this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man to so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide a testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap this is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Gilles about the evidence you've discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. Oh, you've returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? An envelope contains what appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is an impostor? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that that is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Pranilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Alright. There, Pranilla. You! I do not believe I know you, madame. Pray, move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it. Not at all. What? Do you doubt my words? Away with you! I will suffer your slander no more. Alright, now we can slash doubter. Take doubt to doubt. You know, don't you? Fury take me. I prayed this day would come. When Sir Gilles gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Gilles and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an Inquisitor, but I knew it to be false. Together, we carried Sir Gilles to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebourne Front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Grimond, but wanted to put an end to the madness. But then I remembered the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebourne Front, so I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Halenart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth. I swear! Maloney, forgive me for not acting sooner. Alright, so she did a terrible thing, but she did allow all this to begin again in earnest, because she actually allowed us to find out everything was happening because she stuck the rosaries in the shipments. A suspicious box. Present your findings to Drimlock. Okay. We probably don't need to mount up at this point as we were really close, but whatever. I have a bad habit in games just running around without my mount or speed up in that. I don't know why, I just enjoy the journey. But I'm sure Bob Dole would love running up the circular staircase in this house. That person has a motor vehicle. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There you go. Draconian rosaries, the brands of unbelievers and enemies of the Holy See. There better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, that Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale, but this evidence in your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Miro, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first, I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal imposter to justice. You got it, dude. I would like nothing more than to beat the living crap out of this man who has insisted on getting in my way. Look at that. We got these nice mithril sabatons now. Person's... got it. Okay. This person's chocobo is confused. The heretic among us. That thrice damn heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him to his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes the Snowcloak even now, intended on to pass judgment on yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may be still time to prevent another further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Miro. Together we put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Alright, we gotta go stop the heretic from killing his weird brand of heretic. Carbuncle away! So, Snowcloak is actually south here. It's also an area we haven't been to yet, so that's kind of neat. It's actually southeast, or southwest, sorry. I like this area as well. You're gonna see why. Look at this area. It's super cool. Not just because it's ice. Out of my way, Baritime Croc. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Giramon arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? I am. Sorry about that. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace at Helone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Helone. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My lord Drima, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I named thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin, and your sins are beyond measure. Beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed. But you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Dreamont. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You, whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence. Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Rima, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. I mean, they've seen this for eons. Oh, we got a buff. Breaking limits as only a true warrior of light could. Show the heretic no mercy. He must pay for the innocent blood he has spilled. Ignorant swine! Soon you will know the futility of your faith. You need an ability called Rotten Meat. Summoning some wormhound. Hey, 10 gauge. We're, we're doing pretty good. We're casting out heretics and all that. All that good stuff. This inquisitor that had been falsely accusing people, turns out he was a heretic his whole time, the whole time. Do you see, heretic? You and your allies are no match for the might of Ishgard. How wrong you are, Ishgardian. I have been blessed with power far beyond your ken. Come, my brothers, grant me the strength to smite our enemies. Dragon's blood. Oh shit, son. I am reborn! Stand your ground, 'tis but an illusion. Oh, that illusion had to have hurt because he just got electrocuted. A dragon stands before you, yet you still do not flee? Your magics have no power over me, heretic. Spirit dart. This wormhound just slowly, casually walking in here. Oh no, a dragon. What's next? The dungeon? That's what I'd say to him. My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruins, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may recall many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been replayed with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, White Brim Front shall fall. Okay. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. Miro, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray, visit me at White Brim Front, and bring your associates. Okay. So we rode Carbuncle out here, now let's ride Yaramon out. You were hoping to get the level 7 in Pathfinder last night, but you did not. That sucks, sorry. I was also hoping to get the level 7, but I did not. Instead, we just beat the game. That's probably Pokemon Randomizer night. Yeah. Where have you been, Miro? The false inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. In pursuit of the past. As I am sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pray, pay Lord Drummond a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. All right. We gotta go up here. And then we gotta go up here. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume may have been, well, would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seems too much to hope that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it's gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. It is the very least I can do, given all you've done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as Dravanian stronghold in Corthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Jermon, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalion of your impending visit. May Heloni guide you, Scions. Alright guys, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back and we'll head over to the stronghold there. Be right back, everyone.